Recording. Okay. So far there's only one person, but I will continue. Welcome to the live stream, my friend. There's a chat, so you can send a message and ask whatever you feel. I'm checking now gold. I took this entry after this breaker form. Low. So you can see here we have low, high, lower low, and a huge displacement to the sell side, which is very indicative and makes the possibility or the probability bigger to take this low as a breaker. So it happened like that. I took trade here. So far trade is positive, but let's see what happens at 10. So I'm waiting for a bit more of time, but so far it seems good. So yeah, so let's go a bit in a higher time frame. I'm checking gold right now. This is a 4-hour chart. Remember, sorry, that this live will be, this and all the lives I'm doing are in the private group. So this is the 4-hour gold time frame. Okay. We had a huge drop from this high to this low. Price retrace to the optimal trade entry zone. Okay. So now we are watching a retracement to the downside. So far we have also a break of a structure here, or a market structure shift, also called. Right here. Let me show you. Price went down and break structure. This is a bit confused here because we don't see a proper low. We have several lows here, kind of a trending line. But price is showing us strength with the bodies, on only wicks, with the body of the candle. So it's showing strength, bearish strength. So it shows us like this. It breaks these lows. And so far, this is a 4-hour time frame. Let me check daily. Yeah, so far we have this fair value gap, which price are respecting. This is a 4-hour fair value gap. Only wicks making damage, bodies respecting the zone. That's the important thing. So I'm kind of expecting a lower price from here, although I'm checking how price starts the week. It drops, stop hunt, it took all these lows. It's kind of a trend line, right? And now it's a bit like you see, it's like in a frame now. We don't have so much like a tendency. Price is fooling around here, but I don't know why. I feel like at least this low will be taken. From there, I don't know, but I think price is targeting this low so far from now. So that's why I'm bearish right now. Price respect very nice. This fair value gap. That's also something makes me think we are still bearish. And yeah, so there's a chat, guys. If you want to say something, you're welcome. And so we have this movement to the downside, which starts, the high starts here and the low here. I will take off this Fibonacci. As you can see, price reach the premium zone, which is this area. So after drops, it visits the premium zone. And when you are when you are in the premium zone, you're looking for taking shorts, right? So that's one of the uses for the Fibonacci. Can't hear you. Oh shit. Hola, hola. No? Testing. You should hear me, man. No, you don't hear me? Mic is good. Maybe the other fellow. Can you hear me? Can't hear you. You should hear. You should be able to hear. Okay. So just update the speaker. Okay, nice. So sorry, man. Yeah, so I was first time to see you live. Thank you, man, for joining. I hope more people come, but so far I will try to make an announcement again, calling everyone. Live stream now. Maybe there are holidays, maybe. So yeah, I was explaining this trade, no? This call trade. So yeah, I was explaining why I took it. One of the main reasons is if you go to, 4-hour time frame is a very strong confirmation of a market structure shift. So we have a huge drop here with displacement. It breaks these lows, so I can think this is. Can you zoom in? You mean like this? Yeah, my screen is a bit huge. Sorry, guys. That's a bit of a problem. It's I think it's 34-inch. Yeah, so as you can see, we have a drop of price drops and break of structure. So we have a bearish sentiment or bearish direction, and while dropping, price left this imbalance, this 4-hour imbalance. So For me, the imbalances are like the real support or resistance. So when price are doing this kind of draw with the candles, only wicks are making damage, not the bodies. You see, the bodies are inside the area, the bodies of the candle. The wicks is okay, they're allowed to make damage, but so far or so long the bodies are inside, is imbalance. I'm interested in a short position. So that's one thing. So I was bearish, sorry. You keep in mind also that price drops from this high to this low, and price already visit the premium zone, which is this upper part. So once price visit this upper zone, we are searching for short positions. Okay, so that's one thing. And then I went to lower time frames to be more precise. And so yeah, so what we have here, so far I don't see so clearly now, but if you go to 15 minutes you will see more clear now. So 15 is a very good time frame after you do like an analysis in a bigger time frame to be more precise in your entry. Okay, so what made me decide to enter? So this displacement to the downside here, this drop, okay, which breaks the structure, it make a market structure shift, so it's not anymore bullish. Of course, this could be also a stop hand with people put the stop losses here, so it's just a stop hand, and that means that it drops and then continues higher. But yeah, that's the risk you have always, right? You will never have for sure, but in this case it's a high probability setup, because also you have this formation which creates the breaker. You have a high, a low, higher high, and breaks structure. So this lower part, which is here, this lower part, it also could be like this lower candle, yeah. This is the breaker zone. So once price drops, you are waiting for price to come to this area, and if you want to be more precise, maybe you go to 5 minutes and then you search for entries. So the main reason is 4 hour is one of the reasons. It's not the main reason. It's like a puzzle, no? You're putting like pieces in the table and understanding the probabilities. But yeah, if you go to 4 hour and you see that rejection, that's a good indicative, and it's a very important, but not only the main reason, you know, like it's few reasons. Another reason I was explaining right now, the other reason is this breaker. So we have the price respecting this area, this 4 hour inversion, 4 hour fair value gap, and also on the other hand we have this breaker, which this displacement sometimes, or most of the times, means price intention to change direction. So yeah, once price reaches this level, I took the trade, and so far it's going good. If you go to 4 hour, targets would be this low, and then you have, of course, this low, and then this low. But let's wait, because to be honest, this market has been very kind of erratic, or just not so easy to read. Although some occasions like this happens, and it's good, you can take it. But yeah, main target, and then this, you have these two targets, and then of course is a very, very tasty target, these two relative equal lows. Okay, so you're asking, for trading gold, what is usual time that you're looking for entry? To be honest, when I trade gold, I don't have a proper schedule. Although it's true that when New York opens, yeah, London session, but also I'm just I'm with gold. I'm a bit more like flowing with the price action, and just putting some alerts, when some zone or some level is break, and I'm interested. But I'm not checking for sessions, or because I think gold price it's not depends so much, like forex or index. Sometimes just movements appears. It's more like independent from the other markets. It's connected, but it's not like you can expect like a schedule, to see reaction. Sometimes happen, but most of the times it's like just put some alert, and then when you have the alert, you check the price, and you check for a setup, right? But yeah, today we have, you see, yeah, London session, it was a drop London session, but we have this huge wick, you see, it was 8:30, and 8:30 was high impact news. There was, today Thursday, there was PPI, unemployment claims, so that makes this huge wick. But with gold, to be honest, I'm not so dependent on the sessions, just putting alerts on zones I'm interested, and then I check. So other asset I'm checking is this one. I'm waiting for price to come back here. This is Swiss franc, and Japanese. So I took a very nice long in this asset, but it price drops like this, like crazy, and took this previous week Tuesday low, and was a bit of the pity, but I'm still thinking it's just this was like a fake movement. I'm still bullish, so I'm just waiting for price to go to this visit this area, which there is a fair value gap here, as you can see. This is a 15-minute fair value gap, so I'm waiting to price. That's why I put an alert, you see. And yeah, we're waiting for price to come down, so a long can be taken. This is, let's see. I just put an alert, and if it comes here, price will show me a notification. I will check. But so far, this was an entry I put in the private group, and ahead of this, I just share this breaker and the setup, and so far is developing good. Do you check daily or weekly fair value gaps? Or no, I also check daily and weekly. Yeah, it's like a puzzle, no? As I said before. So, for example, if you come here to, I think this is GBP and USD. Let's go to only Euro USD. This is Euro USD. If you go to monthly, for example, you see this inversion fair value gap here. I was I keep in my mind this, no? So I saw price when it drops here. You see this bearish candle, this black candle. The body is still inside the white area, which is the inversion fair value gap. So that makes me think like, okay, maybe we are not still lowering more. We are still maybe going up, and we have this imbalance here, this monthly fair value gap, which is my target. And besides, also we have these three kind of relative equal highs or equal highs. So that's a very, very magnet zone I'm checking. So that's why I'm still very bullish, although the price hugely dropped like this. For one moment I thought, okay, maybe this is a change of direction, but yeah, price is supporting this inversion fair value gap area, and as you can see here, price creates another inversion fair value gap here. So let's measure with Fibonacci. You see perfectly match the midpoint. You see this dotted line, this is the midpoint of the inversion fair value gap, and it matched perfectly with the midpoint between 0.62 and 0.79. Interesting. So yeah, for example, you can put an alert here, right, and wait for price visit this inversion fair value gap. I put it in the top, so I'm more prepared, and yeah, just wait. So I'm expecting maybe, it's just a supposition, right? This is not I'm not a guy who read the future. I'm just making suppositions. So we can expect something like this, right? This will be the support, and then price continues higher. Oops. So let me save this. So first target has been taken, which was this low. Next target could be this Tuesday low, but let's see how price reacts to this fair value gap here. Let me put the break even, this trade. So we have now two equal lows. So this for sure will be broke. This is not support, this is just fake support. You see better now? Sorry, man. Well, I don't recommend. Yeah, I don't know. Just if you have a huge screen, maybe you can put the. You don't need so many screens really. I have only one, and I do like a split because I'm very simple, man. I'm not like a crazy tech nerd, like with the screens, and I like to just, well, maybe at some point in the future I buy another screen, but so far I don't need it. But with a screen, I think 34 inches, 30 inches is good. To start is good enough. It's good enough. So these two lows we have here. This is two equal lows. Well, equal lows here. Equal lows. This will be breaking. Just wait for that and you will see. These two. And yeah, we have here ES and Nasdaq. Hablo español también, ¿eh? Si alguien habla español, tiene preguntas o cualquier cosa. Vale. So I'm checking here the power of 3 creation during the week, you say. Price enters here. Sorry, price opens. Manipulation, distribution. And let's see where it will close. But you can imagine like the candle, right? You can make an idea of the candle. That's a power of 3 visualization in a weekly chart. Oh, nice. It's dropping gold. See? You see how it destroyed that equal lows? You never can. You can never trust relative equal highs or lows or equal lows equal highs. That are zones that sooner or later price will smash. Yeah, is the power of price action and some things you have in mind, but the incredible thing of this is like you need to pay secret things, or I don't know, volume profile, or how it is called, tip of market, I think it's called. All these things, you just need to read the price, mark some levels, imbalances, and price will tell you. So if price continue with with the strength to the downside. I can say maybe we can expect these relative equal lows be taken. So let's say I don't want to say nothing like that from now because we have to wait, but it can happen if price continues falling with the strength. But yeah, let's see what happens because we have a lot of imbalances, you know, in all this upside trend. Price left a lot of imbalances, so a correction, we can expect a correction at some point, right? It will never like going higher and higher and higher and higher, you know. You're always expecting correction. Can happen anytime. Can be like a black swan event, whatever. What is a reaction from Endok is also beautiful. The new day opening up during golden. Yeah, I don't use. There was a time I was using this new day opening up and new week opening up, but I don't use it anymore, to be honest. Although I should maybe have a look because it's very interesting. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry, I need to put the laundry. Sometimes you need to work. So guys, yeah, how's going your week? August is not a good, for me it's not the best month. Price because it's summer, right? And banks, people are making holidays. But yeah. So I'm just put the alarm here in euro USD. So if price visits inversion fair value gap, I mean this daily one. I will be interested in taking a long position. This is a daily time frame. So I will share with you my gold entry. This is a 4-hour. I enter in this breaker, and I don't have a take profit. I'm just leaving the price dropping, but as soon as price reach this low, I will take some profit. And to be honest, my goal is price to continue lower. And yeah, just to show that this is real. This entry I share it in the private group, sorry. And let's see also, let me check. I will put an alarm here just to know when price breaks this. If it wants to break it, you never know. So far I'm break even now. Let's see the Franco. How you say in English? In the English, this asset. Let me check. JPY. Franco Suizo, but in English. Swiss franc. Okay. So yeah, I'm waiting. I'm not very, but I think we haven't seen. We can expect higher prices, right? And we haven't seen higher prices yet, so I'm expecting higher prices. And as you can see here, we have a mix of how you call this in English? A mix of items, maybe is the word. So what I'm doing is waiting for price to visit this area to take a long position. I put the alarm here. We have a 4-hour fair value gap also. But also if you go to lower time frames, like 15 minutes, you have another imbalance here. And if you go to 5 minutes, you have a breaker. So you have 4-hour, 15-minute imbalance. You see, it's like a Russian doll. It makes sense. It's like a puzzle, and it makes sense. So you have the breaker will be this higher candle. You also have a breaker. So you have three items making sense. This is a 5-minute bullish breaker. Okay. So waiting for price to visit this level, I put my alert just below this low. You see here. This is the market structure chief. Sorry. you have to wait. That's the only thing you can do. The worst thing you can do now is take a short or long from here. And I'm aiming, sorry, I'm targeting this high. Okay. I'm back to the dollar. Sorry, to the gold. That was a nice, well, you see how it's supporting the price. The bodies are respecting kind of the area of the 15-minute fair value gap. Let me check euro. We have a daily divergence here. 2674. As you can see here, maybe if you were aware, you could check this in advance and expect a drop from here. This is a daily, sorry, for our chart. You have a higher low, sorry, a higher high, lower high. So how can you use this in your benefit? If you have this situation and you see GBP is making a higher high while euro is not doing that and is just price is just waiting and not showing strength, you can go to GBP USD after take this high and go to lower time frames and then check for a market structure shift. For example, because I'm expecting, I'm not seeing euro interested in going higher, sorry. And if you go to dollar, let me go to dollar to check the symmetry. Okay, so 24, this is 24, 7. What happened here? The one which was like out of like the outsider was the GBP. You can see here we have a good asymmetry between dollar and euro USD. We have a higher low, lower high. That's good. But GBP was doing a higher high. So that's the indication that you can expect a falling from here, because dollar is not showing interest to going lower, and euro is not showing interest to going higher. So the only one is like out of the symmetry is GBP. Let me check gold to see. That's what I was looking. These imbalances are acting like support, and it's something I don't like so much. I don't like so much, but let's see what happens. Let's see if price continues and don't break this high. It could do it, eh? It could perfectly take this kind of trending line, phantom trending line, take this and then drops. But let's go to GBP example, right? So you go to, if you see this divergence, SMT divergence, you go, let me check. Yeah, Wednesday. So the higher was on Thursday. Well, this was the displacement. You see how this drop very strong. It fell. If you go to 1 minute, you can have a breaker here, but price didn't visit this breaker. What it did visited was the optimal trade entry zone. So after the drop, this is a shot. This is the premium zone. You can see price visit the optimal trade entry area, and from them you have a drop. So that was a setup. Using divergences, 4-hour divergence or daily also, you can see it as daily. But that's how you use divergence. Shit, this is not falling. We have an inversion fair value gap here. This is a 15-minute. So in theory, if price comes here, it should use this like a, how you call this, like a platform to continue higher. But I'm looking forward to price don't respect it and continue lower, sorry. So let's see how price reacts to this inversion fair value gap, or you can see it also as like a fair value gap. It is a 5-minute. I would like price smash it. Yes, Nasdaq, nothing to be interested, to be honest. We still can see higher prices, I think. I'm checking these kind of relative equal highs here. And also you have something similar here. So this could be power of 3 manipulation, accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution to the upside. Let's see, so this will be accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. Same here, accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So we have a huge manipulation area. Accumulation. This is accumulation. We have the manipulation. Took this kind of a stop hand. You can see it reach this, respect this fair value gap here. And then we can see distribution. Okay, I'm checking gold, how it's working, how it's performing. So yeah, I think still we have higher prices. You can see here Nasdaq is showing strength to the upside. If you go to 1 minute, I'm checking if there are divergences or not really. We have a market structure shift here. So as you can see, this is displacement, momentum. When price is showing you strength, you can be more secure in your setup. You can't expect high probability, right? So that could be an option. This break, you wait for price visit this imbalance here, or you can do Fibonacci. Price drops here. You can see it visit this area, right? The discount or optimal trade entry area. This was A30, yeah, this was A30 news, which was high impact news. So as you can see, high impact news, when high impact news were released, price dropped, and that's sometimes is indicative of manipulation, and it's before 9:30, so even more interesting to think is manipulation. Some people think, oh, it's falling, short positions, and to be honest, this is fake. It's just a manipulation. It happened at 8:30, it drops, so it happened before 9:30, and it happened before, normally it's a manipulation. Okay, I wasn't so I didn't put my eyes here. I was more checking gold, but yeah, that was a nice opportunity. We can see it's a scalp, right? Because it's well, it's not a scalp. Could be intraday, but if you go lower time frames, your entry is more precise. That's a interesting thing. Okay, so let's see here. I'm still thinking price can go lower in euro. Interested in this area, so that's why I put my alarm. And the French, how was called this? Swiss franc. And the Swiss franc and Japanese, how you call this? Japanese yen, Japanese English, Japanese yen. Okay, Japanese yen, Swiss franc, Japanese yen. So yeah, so far that's my position right now. You see? As I said, price was just faking, was a fake move. It took these relative equal highs. This was a honey. This is honey. This is a magnet for price. So before this drop happened before 9:30. 9:30 is when New York opens, and you always have your New York Times here. So sometimes that happens. Let's go back to the gold. So guys, if you want to share some thoughts, you are welcome. Diego. I think you were in the beginning, no? Yes, ¿hablas español? Your face is similar, is familiar. We have a divergence in higher high, lower high, but I think still we'll see higher prices. The strongest now is Nasdaq, but we just wait. We'll see it. Hey Kosti, how are you, man? I was in holidays and I was very disconnected from Discord, but trying to reconnect and share some analysis with you guys. Yeah, I hope you're all good guys. I was on holidays and disconnected from Discord, but when I can, I will come here and share with you my analysis, and you can share also your analysis and your feedback. I'm checking dollar versus euro and GBP, and if I'm thinking in my head, if I'm expecting price going lower, you see this trending line, this is just bullshit. Price will destroy it, maybe it will come here, that's why I'm expecting, and then continue higher. So I'm thinking if I want to see lower prices in Euro USD, I need to see higher prices on dollar. Are you taking any trades today? Yeah, I took this gold trade here. I shared this setup in the private group. I saw a breaker, and as I said before in the beginning of the live stream, I was using this 4-hour imbalance as a resistance. As you can see, only the wicks are making damage, but the body is respecting the area. Price drops. It how you say this in English? It came back. It's like a I don't have the word now. So basically, the idea is when price drops, you have this movement, right? So it visits the premium zone. It doesn't matter if it doesn't need to come here. Just if price visit this area, this is premium. It's above 0.5, which price did. And I was using. I saw this 4-hour Fibonacci doing a very good job as a resistance, and having that in mind, we have this drop from here. You see this drop here with the displacement? This was a huge drop, breaking or making a market structure shift and creating a breaker, high, low, higher, high, and you have this breaker here, this bearish breaker, which was my my excuse, my reason to take this short trade. And target was here, one target here, one target could be also this low here. And of course you can leave a position, you can leave a percentage or a portion of your position open just in case price continues falling, right? Because if you go to 4 hour, for example, you have not huge, but you have like a very clear relative equal low area here, sorry. You see? So that's a interesting zone. But before that we have this low. So you never say never, price can continue falling. So yeah, that's a trade I took today. Before that I have a position on Swiss franc, Japanese yen, which I'm waiting. I hope price waits for me and it drops here. I put an alarm here. I'm bullish, but the fucking price took my position out. I took a position here. This was my entry. Long high. It was a breaker entry and it was very good here, but then I was expecting price resist here in this fair value gap, but it just destroyed my position and I'm waiting for re-enter because I'm still bullish in this asset. I'm aiming for these equal highs. So waiting for price to wait for me and do a retracement and come here, and I will take a long position from here. Seems nice here. I think we can see lower price for gold here. As you can see, there's no inefficiencies. You see no imbalances, no fair value gaps. Price are making sure there's no imbalances so far. I mean, in this fall you don't see imbalances, right? So give me 1 second, I will take some water. Yeah, so that's the thing. Do you guys want to talk? Maybe I can open the mics and we can have a conversation together. or if you have any suggestion or some. I will close this live stream in around 15 minutes. I have some documents, but they're on the private group. I'm sharing information there, some videos, some insights, right? But also you can find it in internet. If you want to know about the ICT, there's a website I will show you now, guys. It's a very good website. Let me check. ICT. No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I think this is the website. If you want to have a look. But there's a lot of information, and sometimes you need that huge information. For example, I'm not using a lot of things ICT teach. There are so many things that I don't use. I can just use some of the items, and with that it's enough for me. Because if not, you go crazy, with all the information, and you will go mad, because at some point it's too much information. That you need like maybe, I don't know, 5 or maximum 6 or 7 maximum, but it's concepts like the imbalances, which is imbalances means fair value gaps, inversion fair value gap, or wicks also can be imbalances. You play with the time of the day, the time of the week, the days of the week. You play with the high impact news, with levels, relative equal highs, lows, equal highs, equal lows. So I want to see this 5-minute. I want to see this 5-minute fair value gap breaks. I want to see prices match it and don't respect it. This one. So guys, I hope you're having a good time. Thank you for your presence, your virtual presence. Thank you for joining this live stream. As you see, as I mentioned before, what I told you before, this is honey. And what price it? Just going higher, because that was a fake movement. And we have the power of 3. We have the power of 3 design. As I said before, we have the accumulation. We have the accumulation. We have the manipulation. and then we have the distribution. And makes sense if you think how it's all scripted, it's like a script. As you can see, before the high impact news at 8:30 a.m. New York time, price was just accumulating positions. The news was released, price dropped. Okay, this was the fake movement, manipulation. Price dropped. Also on Nasdaq, and then it was 8:30. Okay, so this high was still intact. Also here, it creates equal highs or relative equal highs. So you have this construction, right? So it gives you the notion that maybe this is a fake move. Maybe this drop is just fake, and you can wait for higher price. So 9:30 opens and price starts to going higher. So yeah, basically before 9:30 was a drop. So before 9:30 normally it's like a manipulation movement, and when price dropped, it left these equal highs, relative equal highs. So you can expect price will come back. So yeah, it's like a script, you see. It makes sense. Come on, just drop.
Fight week, massive fight, and already the fans are buzzing. You got to bump into your opponent in the hotel lobby. Curious, if anything, what you were able to take away from that interaction.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, like you saw, he's 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Basically, I walked into Godzilla.
Okay guys, so now I think you can talk if you want. I open the mics. In theory, I think you can talk if you want. So in case you want to share some. Something. Oops.
That's what I have to take away from that. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was super respectful, and like I always said, if my opponent.
See your opponent, you
What should he do? I don't know. I don't anything pressure like what is it like? Not take personal. Just we're doing our business, fighting and having fun, doing some Twitter shit. I don't know how to do, but I try.
You're not bad, it's okay. When you look at Dricus's fights in the UFC, which one do you think is his most impressive victory?
All of his last fights, he done good, done well. You know.
When we look at this fight, I think everyone expects round one to be crazy, right? You come out very aggressive.
So yes. I'm checking possible retracement areas. We have imbalance here. Daily fair value gap. And we have this inversion fair value gap here. So my alarm is here in case price visit is low. I will be interested in check for a long position, and GBP the same. I will put an alarm here. This is for a swing trading, right? we have a imbalance mixing with an inversion fair value gap here for hours. So very interesting this area. Nasdaq go to previous day high. You mean this high, no? Yeah, I think it's a very possible situation. So far we have this. Let me check one thing. If you go to 1 hour, we have this imbalance here. Which price are we respecting? So this is the maximum, historical maximum, right? It's like going crazy. Index are going crazy. Every week we have historic highs. It's like a rocket. Look this is a monthly chart. Just a rocket. Imagine you enter here. This is just for fun, guys, but imagine you enter here. You will be rich. So it will be nice, will be interesting to see a divergence. One doing higher highs and the other staying or not doing higher high, like for example this. This will be very interesting to wait for a short position from here. Okay guys, so I need to leave. As I said, I need to finish the live stream now, but I open the mics. Maybe next time you can also participate if you feel. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for your presence here, and see you next time, maybe next week, someday or two. Okay guys, see you next time. Thank you.